Shalom, y'all. This is Marble coming back to the YouTube land for another session in the book of Bere'shiyth, Genesis. And on the last one, chapter that we had read was chapter 46 in the reading of the Sefer. And that was a pretty good one. It's showing everything that all the children, all the souls that had come down into Egypt, into Mitzrayim, and you know they had packed up everything. Joseph was saying that, or Pharaoh was saying in the last chapter that you guys don't need to bring anything. We've got you covered. We got places for you to set up shop. Um, don't even bother bringing anything with you because we've got it all, and you guys can have it when you get here. You don't worry about your own personal stuff. And but they were smart enough and decided to bring it anyway, and so that it goes into the sons of Yaakov from the first to the last one, and all of their children that they had in Shechem, and so they were listing off each one of them from Reuben down to um, with Leah's children as well as Rachel's, and so they had made it into the land of Goshen, and Joseph found found his dad, and they wept a very long time, it says, and just the embrace of a father to a son is something that can't be, you know, there's people who don't have a father who is blood related, but might have a father that has fathered them as a father should. And then there's people that still have their earthly father, that bore them and raised them up, that their blood father, and they have that ability to love them as a father should. And as an adult, the embrace to a father and a father to embrace his son is truly something special, and it's unlike anything else out there. There's an embrace to a spouse, a mother, and a brother or sister, and friends, but there is absolutely nothing when that father or that fatherly figure in your life has raised you up in the ways that you should go, that you should not depart from it when you grow up, meaning in the Word. It's truly something wonderful. So, Yehuda, Benjamin, Reuven, Issachar, Naphtali, Dan, Levi, all of their brothers, and Yaakov, all of their children, hopped ship, and came to the land of Goshen. Joseph says, hey, I know you guys are still shepherd, taking care of the flocks and the herds and all of that, livestock. That's not really allowed here in Egypt. So I'm gonna tell Pharaoh, he's gonna be okay with it. But there's this land called Goshen over here. You guys will be cool over here. It's good to go. I'll take care of it. So this is where they start setting up shop. Now this is where we jump into chapter 47. Then Joseph came and told Pharaoh, and said, My father and my brethren and their flocks and their herds, and all that they have, are come out of the land of Canaan, and behold, they are in the land of Goshen. And he took some of his brethren, even 5 men, and presented them unto Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said unto his brethren, What is your occupation? And they said both unto Pharaoh, Your servants are shepherds, both we and also our fathers. And they said moreover unto Pharaoh, For to sojourn in the land are we come. For your servants have no pasture for their flock, for the famine is sore in the land of Canaan. Now therefore we pray you, let your servants dwell in the land of Goshen. And Pharaoh spoke unto Elioseph, saying, Your father and your brother are come unto you. The land of Mitzrayim is before you. In the best of the land make your father and your brethren to dwell. In the land of Goshen let them dwell. And if you know any man of activity among them, then make them rulers over my cattle. And Joseph brought in Yaakov his father, and set him before Pharaoh. And Yaakov blessed Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said unto Yaakov, How old are you? And Yaakov said unto Pharaoh, The days of the years of my pilgrimage are 130 years. Few and evil are the days of the years of my life been, and have not attained to the days of the years of my life, of the life of my fathers, in the days of their pilgrimage. And Yaakov blessed Pharaoh, and went out from before Pharaoh. And Joseph placed his father and his brethren, and gave them a possession in the land of Mitzrayim, in the best of the land, in the land of Ramesses, as Pharaoh had commanded. And Joseph nourished his father and his brethren, and all his father's household, with bread according to their families. And there was no bread in all the land, for the famine was very sore, so that the land of Mitzrayim and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of the famine. And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Mitzrayim and in the land of Canaan, for the corn which they bought. And Joseph brought the money into the Pharaoh's house. And when the money failed in the land of Mitzrayim and in the land of Canaan, all the Mitzrayim came unto Joseph, and said, Give us bread, for why should we die in your presence? For the money fails. And Joseph said, Give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle, if money fail. And they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph came and gave them bread in exchange for their horses, and for their flocks, and for the cattle, and of the herds, and of the asses. And he fed them with bread for all of their cattle for that year. When that year was ended, they came unto him the 2nd year, and said unto him, We will not hide it from my lord, how that our money is spent. My lord also has our herds of cattle. There is not aught left in the sight of my lord, but our bodies and our lands. Wherefore shall we die before your eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for bread. And we and our land will be servants unto Pharaoh, and give us seed that we may live, and not die, that the land be not desolate. And Joseph bought all the land of Mitzrayim for Pharaoh, for the Mitzrayim sold every man his field because of the famine prevailed over them. So the land became Pharaoh's, and as for the people, he removed them to cities from one end of the borders of Mitzrayim even to the other end thereof. Only the land of the priests bought he not, for the priests had a portion assigned them of Pharaoh, and did eat their portion which Pharaoh gave them. Wherefore they sold not their lands. Then Joseph said unto the people, Behold, I have bought you this day and your land for Pharaoh. Look, here is seed for you, and ye shall sow the land. And it shall come to pass that in the increase that ye shall give the 5th part unto Pharaoh, and 4 parts shall be your own, for the seed of the field, and for your food, and for them of your households, and for food for your little ones. And they said, You have saved our lives. Let us find grace in the sight of my Lord, and we will be Pharaoh's servants. And Joseph made it a law over the land of Mitzrayim unto this day, that Pharaoh should have the 5th part, except the land of the priests only, which came not Pharaoh's. When Yasharel dwelt in the land of Mitzrayim in the country of Goshen, they had possessions therein, and grew, and multiplied exceedingly. And Yaakov lived in the land of Mitzrayim 17 years. So the whole age of Yaakov was 147 years. And the time drew nigh that Yasharel must die. And he called his son Joseph, and said unto him, Now if I have found grace in your sight, put, I pray you, your hand under my thigh, and deal kindly and truly with me. Bury me not, I pray you, in Mitzrayim. But I will lie with my fathers, and you shall carry me out of Mitzrayim, and bury me in their burying place. And he said, I will do as you have said. And he said, Swear unto me. And he swore unto him, and Yasharel bowed himself upon the bed's head. This is the conclusion of Bere'shiyth, Genesis chapter 47, reading in the Sefer. Blessings, y'all. See y'all on the next one.